Yes, he's 44. Snoop is 40.
Snoop is fucking 40, bro.
Yeah.
Doing that player shit real quick.
I guess your OPM partner go fuck with you.
Your word, it's one of those. Visual aid everything.
Got you.
Oh, you gotta give him visual aid.
Follow me.
Hey. 90s flow with the hands. That's how you know something's hot. If you can move your hands like a 90s person. Like, if you can't do that, shit is not hot.
This shit is so like hot.
R.O.b in the building. Exclusive is behind Ray, by the way.
That's right. He's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he think he
That's good.
He think he
Peasy
slayed.
ass afro he got, man.
I'm trying to.
Man, Higher Learning 90s tape. Listen to it on the way here. Awesome.
What's that? How was that experience?
Yeah.
Was it a good
I was
trip
on the
because
bus.
of it, or was it a bad trip?
No. It was a really
Big
good
Show
trip
doesn't
because
before.
I always talk about going back to the beginning.
Yeah, I know. I picked
And
some of
I
your
love that.
interviews.
I love
Yeah.
that.
I knew I was gonna win at least 2
Yeah.
points with you, but he was like, yo, I'll do my old school shit. She gonna love it, Brad. It's gonna be good.
I'm a huge old school fan, so when I'm listening, I'm like, oh, that's
I said, she said, oh, it's my shit.
I'm in the bus next to this random like 45-year-old lady listening to
She knew
R.O.B.
records. She downloaded the tape too. She downloaded, I saw her last week. She downloaded the project too.
So on Black Friday, you're gonna be in Atlanta, right?
I'm gonna be in Atlanta, Georgia.
At the New Era flagship store. That's
New Era.
exciting.
That's pretty fun, man. Just to say, last year I flew out there around the same time to go link up with the homie Don Cannon and do the project, and a year later we actually rocking shows out there and people are anticipating it. It's just a, it's a testament to growth. What the fuck is this laptop talking about? Yeah, it's just definitely a good sign, and I'm excited as hell because I know the hip hop culture over there is bigger than what people think. I think people think in Atlanta they wear big Jabot jeans and all that, but there's a culture that's just like our culture out there, and they love, natural, organic music, hip hop music, progressive hip hop music, and that's what we bring to the table. So it's just gonna be fun as hell. Americana vodka, open bar. What else is better than that?
Y'all need to be there.
Looking angry as fuck over there. That nigga look like Riddick Bowe after the fight.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so you also collabed on Exclusive's mixtape.
I was on there.
Yeah, on that Willis.
There's a record called Willis. That shit thumped as hard as shit in the street.
Yeah, man.
The streets want to know how did that record came about. Nah, but yeah, I had the honor of being on this project. We did something prior to that for the project. It didn't really fit what he was trying to do, so he was lucky enough to get in with Daffy, one of his main producers, and they just created something crazy. And all I had to do was just fill in because what he did on that record was just amazing. I just try to fit in. Sometimes you can't go in with another artist if he's taking it on a high level and trying to match with him, because it's not gonna make the record better. It's gonna make it too cluttered. So I just try to fit in. He did what he did. Flow is ridiculous. You can download that right now.
Yes, you can.
Coming attractions.
Yes, you can on hotnewhiphop.com.
Exactly.
Woo! That
was a good job.
I want to know, because I speak for those who don't know you personally, like people who have never heard of you before. Those are the people that I cater to.
Yes.
And I want to know, being in front of BX, who is who got you started? Like, what's your main influence?
Busta Rhymes.
Yeah.
Busta Rhymes is.
Shout out to Busta. I'm a huge fan.
Just because of the energy, I really couldn't grasp what he was talking about or what anybody was saying before, but just the energy looked so lively and it looked so fun to be in hip hop. Just watching his videos, it was like, wow, these guys are having so much fun. I need to see what the hell is going on over there. And then as I grew and started to really understand it, P Diddy and the Family, Mace, L Cool J, Red and Meth, even go back to someone like Mike Geronimo, which many people don't know, but he was supposed to be like Jay-Z before Jay-Z. They was all coming up at the same time, and I had older cousins who were big fans. So I learned about people like him before I knew about the real superstars, and just people like that. I learned to love the culture first, and I think everybody should do that before you even want to rap or make a beat or be an engineer. Know the culture, study your culture, understand what you want to get into, and it'll make it so much more fun because you're doing it for a bigger purpose than money. When you're doing it for money, you're directly going in to get the bitches and the liquor and the money. It's cool, but if you don't love the shit, what's gonna inspire you? And that's why I feel like I'm decent at this. I love my culture, but those were my initial influences.
That's what's up.
I mean, I went off the question initially,
but
you know.
it was a great answer. I think it's a great answer.
Appreciate it.
And then helps people to get to know you better.
Yeah, man.
And how old are you, by the way?
I'm 24 years old.
Wow, so
24.
I just turned 25, so I understand.
Whoop. Same, you know what I mean? So you don't gotta be 30 to know,
No.
you know, music from the 90s. You just gotta, YouTube is out. Stuff like that.
YouTube is an amazing,
it's a tool. It's an amazing
if
tool.
you didn't watch like VH1, MTV, and Yo MTV Raps back in the day,
If you don't know what Ralph McDaniels is, if you don't know what Ralph McDaniels is, you can always YouTube him. And it's an interview somewhere. And video, music box, and all that stuff.
Everything.
They got everything. They got your mama slap box. She there, bro. I seen her.
Another popular spoken free question is what literature, like books, what books do you read to further inspire you? Because MCs, we know, like, you guys are lyricists, and a lot of you guys, you know, you study a lot of different literature, and it helps inspire certain lyrics. So what's a book that you recently read?
I like I'm a fan of biographies and autobiographies personally. I read this book a couple years ago, and I gotta go back and read it, but it always inspired me. It's Kevin Lyle's book. I recently gave it to Mo so you could read, but the Kevin Lyle's story was like so amazing because he started as an intern, and that's why I like reading stories. It's inspiring to me. That's why I like watching movies that, you know, speak about stories. That's my biggest thing, is just watching what they did, where they did come from, because I'm not the first person to try to come up. I won't be the last. So just looking at that for motivations, tools, understanding how to make it to the next level by seeing those, by reading those stories. So that's probably one of the dopest books I've ever read. Was that 48 Laws of Power? I tried to read that. I didn't finish. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't finish it. I'm not going crazy because I feel like to read that book, you really have to understand self, and you know what I mean. Understand, like, those laws are not for everybody. You can go crazy because you end up like having an internal conflict if you're not like an evil person or if you don't have that certain view on life. But I tried. I'm like, I quit like halfway through. I was like,
but
23.
You absorb what you need.
I try,
to absorb
exactly.
from it,
So you can take what you can, but if I feel like if you're not mentally that strong, don't go into the book. That shit is tear you apart, have you stabbing your mother and shit like that. That shit is bad. It's rough, but it's a good book. But I definitely feel like the Kevin Lyle's book is one of the dopest joints. It's so real and it's so, you know, honest. It comes from an honest place, and that's what we all search for. At least that's what I search for. The honesty and the real.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's what I look for.
Not everybody wants to see the finish line, but nobody wants to know what happened in the race. When the nigga stopped and he was drinking
water.
That's
all I'm saying. That's all I've been saying.
Like Fresh Prince. I don't know if you've seen the Fresh Prince episode when Jeffrey caught the cab and he won the race.
Yeah.
Niggas want that story. Niggas don't want to know that he caught the cab, how much he paid, and that's what I feel like people really have to understand, and you'll learn. Like, if you know what it takes, you will appreciate it more. That was my spiel.
I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that. What advice? Because I know, like, you kind of breaking through into the game now. So what advice do you have? What business advice? Because I always talk about, you know, people don't know who to trust in the industry, you know, and even creating an independent type of industry, you know, you gotta network with other good, positive individuals. So what is some advice that you would give to an upcoming MC, kind of in the same realm as you?
Yeah, I always try to tell them, as far as advice to anybody, is know your brand, know what your brand is, know what you should be doing and shouldn't be doing. As an artist, you shouldn't be paying and performing nowhere. I feel like it's important that you know where you want to go and know yourself as a person, because the industry is a lot of people that are like phony and they don't have the same views on life as you do. So you have to understand yourself first, know what you want out of the game, if you want fame, or money, and just be a person of respect. You know what I mean? Look people in the eye when you shake their hand and be real, be intelligent, but more than anything, know your brand and know what you want to do with it. Because if you're not a gangster rapper, you shouldn't be performing at gangster rapper shows. You're wasting your time. That shit I was doing in 06, I was paying to get on shows and shit where niggas was booing me. I remember a nigga booed me in the front row with a fucking beer in his hand. Booed me. But it was my fault because I was in the wrong place. So sometimes you don't have to go through all those lumps to reach a certain level. You just got to be intelligent. I say that and just study what's going on. Study the culture. Go on the top hip-hop websites. See what people are doing. Take from what they're doing a little bit and then do your own thing. Because you don't want to just jump in and then it's like, oh yeah, you like all 10 of these guys, so where are you going to go? I would just say know your brand, know yourself, and study. Study the culture. It goes back to what we were saying earlier.
Right.
Studying is the most important thing. Studying is like a best friend. That's why even you take it to sports, someone like Peyton Manning has been one of the best quarterbacks because he studies his craft. He knows he's in tune with his receivers and he knows what's going on in that field. So.
Word.
Definitely. And don't think you're bigger than what you are. Please don't think you're bigger than what you are, because just because you got a couple followers on Twitter or a couple views on YouTube, you still ain't shit. 6 Sense don't know you. Can we turn the camera to 6 Cents, please?
By the way,
motherfucking man.
super
He didn't want
dope
that
producer.
He didn't want the camera on his face. But if niggas like that don't know you, talented people who's worldly renowned don't know you, then you're not doing shit. So and even if they do know you, doesn't mean you're making a name for yourself.
The
don't
views expressed by R.O.b. in the Senate
it's not go with 6 Cents. I don't care. Niggas think they bigger than what they think. I mean, the people think they're bigger than what they are, and that shit don't mean nothing. Even if you are big, you're still a man, and everybody deserves respect. Bottom line. That's all I have to say on that.
I agree. I totally agree.
Studio audience, applaud. I pay all of them for that, by the way. So every single one.
So we were sitting here, we were listening to a little preview of what is about to come. What's the new project?
Scattered Thoughts.
Nice.
It's a project. You know, I like to make projects of where I'm at in my life, and I always like to make them like the story behind it. You know, how I learned it was the 90s tape. It was an ode to the generation, the decade that made me the MC that I am today. Now Scattered Thoughts is where I'm at after the 90s tape.
Nice.
Current point in my life where a lot of people are. They're trying to make it into the industry, whatever they, doctor, lawyer, whatever. It doesn't have to be entertainment. And you deal with the different emotions that come along with it. You have moments where you can see your dreams, it's like right in front of you, you could grab it, but then it's like moments where the nightmare could be you can't make it. You might not make it. There might be a student paying all that money in school, but they'll never finish paying their loans, or they'll drop out of school and then they have a baby and then they get caught up. And then you have moments where you feel so secure and you're confident in what you're doing because you're seeing a little bit of progress. But then it's like moments where you hit that wall, or someone says you're not good enough as an artist or an actor, or painter or whatever. And then you start to think, man, is that true? Is that really who I am, or is that they just want some bullshit? And this is the project. I'm embodying all that. You know what I mean? Through the project, because that's where I'm at in my life. And every project, everything I put out is gonna be where I'm currently at. And just because there's a lot of people that are going through it. I don't feel like our lane is spoken for enough. I think everybody's fresh, everybody's fly, they get high, they shoot people, they sell drugs. But what about the people that are just dreaming and they just fighting? Like, we just fighting. Like, this is all we got. We got $10 in our pocket, but we still gonna go and try to get what we need. And this is who I'm speaking for. I feel like I'm the voice for that, along with a few others. So, Scattered Thoughts, 6 Cents, production, a few other great producers, and we just trying to make something special, something that people can hold on to and, listen to it when they're going through their issues.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Nice. I'm down.
By
the way, we heard some of this stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
It's dope.
Cameraman,
this
shit is whack, bruh.
Not at all.
Hey, somebody play some Wiz Khalifa, bruh.
It was dope. It was really, really dope. I'm really excited to hear it when it's finished, man.
Yeah, man. Good stuff. I mean, between that, putting out records as we always do to put HOC out last week, Heart of the City, produced by Backpack NY. And we're going to continue to put something out. I'm about to put something out. My man D Goods from Nashville, Tennessee. And just keep flooding and having people understand what I'm about before I put the project out. Understand the different sides and different things I speak about, and then put the project out so they can know, like, okay, he's been doing this.
Right.
Just like you can track it. I feel like a lot of people don't do that, so.
Sounds good. Sounds like a good strategy to me.
That's key.
Gotta strategize.
Gotta strategize.
Now, how can people get in contact with you to collaborate? Because I know a lot of independent artists.
I mean, shit, man. Tell them to just hit me up on the Twitter piece. @Futuristic R.O. with a 0. Facebook.com/Futuristic R.O. with a 0. YouTube Futuristic Television. Google me. Something will come up there. I'm definitely open to collaborate with anybody who's bringing something good to the table. I'm not like these other guys who are too big. You need to pay them. I'm trying to just make it to the next level like everybody else. But Futuristic R.O. with a 0 on Twitter. You know what I mean? In Chicago soon with Lady O. At Harold's.
Yes. At Harold's.
And that's pretty much what it is.
No doubt. Well,
find me in your baby mama's iPod playlist. You know what I mean? The Conscious Sexy Man. I got my own playlist. That's what I'm doing.
R.O.B. is hilarious.
I'm just saying.
Well, one, I really appreciate you doing the interview.
No, I appreciate you coming.
And I appreciate us getting a chance to listen to the hotness, boy. Shout out to 6 again.
He's so good. He's
so awesome. He's so awesome.
He looks so bored over there, but he's so good at what he does.
Deep in thought.
Man, thank you for coming, man. We gonna kick back a little bit. We got a few more seconds here in the studio. Just kick back,
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, man.
Well, there you have it. Check it out on the Spokenfree .wordpress.com blog post, and make sure that you follow him on Twitter.
Follow her too.
Yeah, at the Lady O Show. There you go.
Show.
Follow Productive Ray too, since he's behind the lens.
Productive
You know,
Ray.
he can't really speak for himself.
Exactly.
But yeah, Productive Ray 09. All right, and holla at us on the Twitter. You dig? Peace.
Yeah. All right. Go on.